Okay, so we are going to get started. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sharice Jervis Hill. For those of you that don't know me, I am the president and founder of Events to Remember. Events to Remember is a full service virtual and live event management and public relations firm. We're located in Mount Kisco, New York. And today, with Coffee with Cher, actually, Coffee with Cher is kind of a segment that I started. We used to kind of have a networking group with local entrepreneurs at the Jefferson Valley Mall. And once COVID hit, we kind of converted everything to virtual. Like our whole world is virtual now for the most part. But I'm loving this virtual space because then I really get to meet with entrepreneurs that are not like right in my local backyard. And Bobby is one of them. So I'm excited to introduce Bobby D. Bobby is the co-founder of Inspire Hearts Fundraising. And I'm gonna let Bobby kind of take it from here. So welcome to Coffee with Cher, Bobby.
Oh, Cher, thank you so much for having me. I mean, anytime that I can have a cup of coffee with somebody as amazing as you is such a good day. So a virtual cheers to you.
Yes, cheers, cheers,
Ah,
cheers.
yes.
So Bobby, I know that I've been seeing you and my buddy Erin. Hi, Erin, how are you? I know she's watching or will be
She's
watching
she's
at
good.
some
She's
point.
behind the scenes.
Okay, tell Erin I said hello and happy birthday. I know she had a birthday yesterday.
Yep,
And I love Erin. She's amazing.
she is.
So tell me kind of just, about you and how you founded the firm and all of that good stuff.
For sure. Well, they always say to find that niche in the market that really no one is tapping into. And when Aaron and I got together, we were both in the same industry, and we still kind of are now. We were both in the fundraising auctioneer industry, in which we were helping nonprofits do fundraising auctions. And we were both on either side of the coast. I was on the West Coast and she was on the East Coast. And, we kind of talked and talked and talked and talked. And the more that our minds connected and our hearts connected, we were like, wait a minute, these fundraising events that we're helping with are so much more than just auctions. Now, auctions are very transactional, they're very exclusive, and there's only one or two people that get to win out of an event of hundreds of people. And we're like, wait, there has to be a better way. There has to be a way that we can connect communities to help fund these nonprofit missions. So that's where we put our minds together, and we saw the trend that was happening within event fundraising, in which auctions were shrinking. Silent auctions were going away, live auctions were shrinking, if not going away. And it really came down to that fund the need, that cash call, that proverbial paddle raise, in
Yeah.
which we're like, this is where we need to put our efforts, and nobody else is doing this, only across the nation. So we decided to step into that role and say we are the preeminent experts in the live event paddle raise. And Aaron's a champion auctioneer and I'm a world champion auctioneer. And we really took a big step out of our industry to now step into more of a fundraising development role. A lot of our clients have called us on-stage development directors, in
I
which
love
that's what
that.
we, yeah, and that's what we are. We're there to help create and cultivate and really create those introductions of new guests, transform them into donors, and then those donors to fall in love with this nonprofit. So that's where we kind of fell in, and we're like, okay, we need to fit within this niche.
I love it. And I think what most people don't know when you kind of work on a fundraising event and you have these conversations with an experienced auctioneer, it really is kind of bringing them into your team and
Yeah.
having them kind of do their research and learn about the organization the same way that I would do as the event planner, just so we really can serve the client the best. So
Absolutely.
I think that's great. I love just, the way you guys have really kind of honed in on something that is definitely needed and making such a great impact. I mean, the numbers, I've been seeing the numbers and it's really exciting, especially in a year. Well, now we're in 2021, thank God. But
Yes.
last year it was just really was such a hard year. And the fact
It
that you
was.
guys were able to help these nonprofits in that way was definitely was wonderful.
It was great.
So you kind of touched on it a little bit, but just go a little bit deeper of how, what you guys do, what sets you apart from your competition.
Well, our competition, or even our colleagues, there's not really competition within our
Mhm.
industry, because there's 1.5 million nonprofits across the nation, and there's maybe 200 of us across the nation that really do this full time. So I mean, there's more than enough work that's out there
Yeah.
for us colleagues. But our big competition was always the free auctioneer or the funny uncle or maybe the weatherman or the celebrity is like, oh, I could totally do that. I mean, it's weird. Auctioneering is like the only job that somebody can look at and be like, oh heck, I could do that. I saw it on TikTok. I could totally do that.
Event planners too. Event
Right, right.
planners too. I get
Yeah,
that too. They say I
yeah,
could decorate a room. I'm an
yeah.
event planner. I'm like, I
Mm,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So we really had to, stand apart and show the professionalism that we bring to the table. We understand fundraising. We speak nonprofits. I mean, Aaron and I have both been through extensive training with the Association of Fundraising Professionals, so that we, have that knowledge and expertise to really talk with our clients and share with them, like, look, these are the best practices that are happening. This is the philosophy behind why we're doing it, and this is the experience that we have. There's not many within our industry and even that competition that we said that have 10,000 hours of microphone or on stage experience. Aaron and I do. And when a nonprofit has, I mean, an event, I mean, now is like, I mean, every minute counts. And
Yes.
whomever is on your screen or on your stage or holding that microphone represents you, the nonprofit. And that individual needs to be professional. They need to be poised. They need to be prepared and they need to be ready to go to help raise as much money as they can. And is a nonprofit willing to risk that? And some are, and then there's the smart ones that aren't willing to risk that. That's where they invest within a professional. So that's how we stand apart from them.
No, I agree with everything you said 100%. I mean, on the event planning side, when I meet with committees, I do hear these conversations. It's like, oh, we have, a board member and he's really funny and he's, and then it's, my heart kind of like, you know, yeah. And then I have to really kind of just have those conversations where it's the fact that the auctioneer is live, that alone, like me, I'm a behind the scenes kind of girl. I like to do what I do behind the scenes. The fact that you just have to kind of hop up there live and make it happen is,
And do it.
my hat comes off to you guys because you create magic.
Thank
You
you.
really do. I think of the planning side as kind of creating magic behind the scenes, and I feel like
Yes.
you guys kind of create magic in front of the screen. So definitely, I'm with
Well,
you.
we bring that magic together. I mean, you really do so much work behind the scenes to really get the right people there to get that messaging set forth, and really, I mean, you set the tone for the event in which now we're able to step on stage and combine all of those elements into that true fundraising crescendo in which everyone's on the edge of their seats and they're like, we need to do something, and then we are the ones that get to help provide that release and let them raise that paddle and then truly make that impact. So, that's why we love working with you is that it's that team effort, event planner, auctioneer, and nonprofit, and then that audience coming together to make that magic happen.
No, definitely. Thank you. Same here. Same here. Okay, so just we again touched on this a little bit. So with COVID, um, you guys have had to make adjustments like every business owner across the United States of America. But I loved watching you and Aaron. Social media has been great. I think for me too, social media has been kind
Yeah.
of like a saving just so people kind of still know what you're doing and what you're up to. But I
Yep.
love kind of watching the stuff that you guys have been doing. I love the demo that you sent me. I mean, it's just like really, you guys have really been, and the pictures of the kids, seeing that family side. So I just perfecto, you guys.
Thank you.
So kind of tell me just the word that we all hate, but the pivot. What have you
Yeah.
guys had to do to kind of make that change from live paddle in the room excitement to bringing that to the screen?
Right. And we're about 45 days away from that 1 year of anniversary
Oh
of
my
that
gosh.
major pivot that we've all had to make. In 2020, the first 3 months in 2020, all the way up until March 17th, we were knocking it out of the park. Every event that we had done was record breaking. Our calendar was booked full. And then all of a sudden, bam, phone call. Nope, 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 nope. And then it just, all of that business just disappeared. But it was not just the work for us, but it was all of that potential funding that the nonprofits relied on. So
Yeah.
that's where Aaron and I had to take that step back and we're like, okay, this is what we did, but now we need to, I mean, yes, pivot, but now we need to evolve our services into so much more and help nonprofits where they're at right now, help donors be able to, support the nonprofits they love where they're at right now. And that's where we took the giant leap into becoming virtual event fundraising experts. And that was a huge pivot that we had to make.
Yeah, it's everything you're saying. I'm like, yep, I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
remember Girls Inc.'s event we did with Aaron, and I remember just having those conversations with Aaron of like, how are we gonna kind of set this apart? Like, what are we
Yeah.
gonna do? And we kind of really did some brainstorming,
Yep.
and we did the tote bags that everyone looks
Yeah.
forward to getting on the back of their chairs every year, and kind of tied that into the program.
Yep.
So you guys, again, congratulations. You did a really great job of
Thank you.
just really making that shift. So, on that note, what advice would you give to someone? And this Coffee with Cher is really about entrepreneurship
Right.
and how just as entrepreneurs, kind of how we live, how we work, how we move. What advice would you give to someone that may not necessarily be in the event space, but just
Yeah.
who's thinking about starting a business or who just started a new business and they're trying
Yeah.
to kind of figure things out? I mean, what advice would you give them, Bobby?
Well, especially in these unprecedented times, it's looking to see where people need the most support and where they need the most help. Now, you might be really, really, really good at something that's here, but it might not be needed or might not be wanted right now. And it's looking at that marketplace and seeing, okay, what is it that I do that can really fit into that niche that people, truly, truly need. And that's where we, saw that live events, in-person events were just going to disappear. And now we could have just, sat on our hands and ate bonbons all day and been like, oh, what was us? Nothing's going to happen. But then we really had to like dive in even deeper, provide more value for our clients, and really, whereas we were more of the talent on stage, to where now we do so much consulting.
Consulting.
Yeah, and that's a huge component of it. And now we're starting to really do some production. I had to learn how to edit videos. I had to do that. I had to learn how to set up a professional studio. I mean, that's where I'm coming from, right now. I mean, I have
Yeah.
5 monitors in front of me. I have lights and cameras and microphones and everything. And it was being nimble, and it was being ready to try something new and put ourselves into an uncomfortable space to see if it worked. And that would be the, kind of the suggestion or the tip that I'd give to any entrepreneurs that are out there that are kind of on that edge of maybe taking that leap, or maybe they have that side hustle that's going on. It's like, you got to try it. And if you don't try it, you're never going to know if it's going to succeed or it's going to fail. But we tried some things in this past year that didn't work.
Yeah.
Groups were not looking for this. So now we had to make that change. Okay, this failed. Let's do this. Let's focus on this. And it's really keeping that ear to the marketplace is probably the biggest thing. And listening to your clients, listening to your potential clients, and listening to what they want. And if they tell you what they want and you can do that, well, provide them that and more with so much value that they see. They're like, this would be dumb if we didn't hire this person.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. It's so true. I think of just, over the years, I've been in business for 16 years, and a lot of the services that we offer has been a client saying, well, hey, do you guys do, or have you ever thought about doing? And it's like, we really should do that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we're adding that to our list. So I 100%, 100% agree with everything you said. So Bobby, tell everyone where they can find you.
For sure.
Let us know all of the details, and we will definitely share that once we post this video as well.
For sure. I Very easy to find. You type in Bobby D Auctioneer, I'm everywhere. You look me up on LinkedIn. I'm very active on LinkedIn. I love connecting with new people on LinkedIn. I love answering any questions that, entrepreneurs have. I love answering questions, from any nonprofits. I love answering questions and collaborating with people like you that we're in the same industry, but we're more collaborators,
Yeah.
within that, because you bring such a unique element to this and we bring unique elements. And when that combines, that's amazing there. And I'm also on Facebook. I'm all over on Instagram as well too. We're trying to share as much as we can. We also have a YouTube channel that we're putting a ton of information
Nice.
out. I mean, and it's really easy. Find us, look us up, Inspire Hearts Fundraising, and we're there. And we're trying to put new content out every week because we're answering those questions that our clients and potential clients have. And we're like, okay, we need to throw this out there into the world, and we need to help as much as we can. And I also do, some entrepreneur coaching. I also do some auctioneer coaching because, I mean, like I said, I
Mm.
mentioned TikTok, and there's the big auctioneer challenge that's out there. So I've been, reached out by a few aspiring auctioneers to help coach them. So I've been, doing some stuff like that, and we've got some bigger things in the works coming up here in the, in the next new year. But yes, very easy to find me, and I'm very open to, help anybody that I can. And if you're willing to, it's so easy to find me. It's meetbobbyd.com, and that's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. I have to go look for that TikTok challenge. I haven't seen that. I have to
Oh
go
yeah,
check that out.
it's all over.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, thank you, Bobby. This was
Mhm.
great. I loved having you on. We will share all of your information. And until the next event, I will see you soon, my friend.
Yes, yes. Cheers, cheers
Yes.
to you. Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you so much
Okay.
for having me on, and we're going to get through this. 2021 is just going to be that much better, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds.
Yes, I'm with you 100%. All
Awesome.
right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Cher.